everyone, welcome back to another recipe episode of In the Kitchen with Sandy. Today I am sharing with you a recipe for a very simple and easy but delicious way to make broccoli. I'm roasting this broccoli in the oven today. I'm going to use some garlic, some slivered garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and some butter and some kosher salt. Now if you want to make it a little bit more healthier and leave out the butter, you go right ahead, but I like the butter added as well, so I'm going to add the butter as well. I got my oven preheated to 425 degrees, so let's go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I have got my broccoli already washed and cut up into florets here. I like to leave mine a little bit big because, number one, I have a big mouth, and I just think it's prettier that way if you do it that way. I've also got some garlic here that just kind of you know, slivered, if you will, when I cut it. So I'm just going to toss that in there. That is 3 cloves of garlic. You know, I like to leave mine big like this because I like to get that little bit of bite of garlic. And, you know, nothing's better than roasted garlic in the oven. You know, am I right or am I right? Again, my oven is preheating on 425 degrees. We're going to add just a couple tablespoons of olive oil to that, and then I am adding about 3 tablespoons of melted butter in there. Now, like I said, if you don't want to add the butter, you know, that's perfectly fine. You do you. However you want to make your broccoli without, if you want to make it without the butter, that's perfectly fine. But I like to add the butter because it adds a, you know, another layer of deliciousness to that. We're just going to give that a nice toss around. I've got a, let me show you this real quick. I've just got my baking sheet lined with a little bit of foil here. Easy cleanup. So easy. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this, which is going to flavor it nicely, and it's also going to draw out a little bit of the, you know, the moisture and make it crisp up a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my pan. See how easy this is? And you know what? This is a perfect side dish. You know, make you some rice, piece of chicken, you know, whatever you want to make, and it just goes absolutely perfect. Or if you're like me, a lot of side dishes turn to get all that garlic out of there, my friends. A lot of my side dishes turn into full-fledged meals, and you know what? I could just like eat my weight in broccoli. I love broccoli any way, shape, or form. You want to make sure that it's nice and layered there. You don't really want it on top of each other. If you wanted to add some black pepper to it, you could absolutely do that. We are going to put this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes on, like I said, 425 degrees. We're going to take it out of the oven once it starts getting nice and brown around the edges and it's nice and fork tender. I like mine to have a little bite to it. We're not going to cook it to death. Then I'm going to drizzle a little bit of listen at me, lemon juice over top of it, and maybe just a couple little, you know, shreds of Parmesan cheese, and then we're going to eat. Look at that beautifulness right there. Look, there's a couple of them that's already gone. You know, I've been snacking this stuff. I love roasted vegetables. Any type of vegetable there is, I love it. This is cooked to perfection. This is exactly the way I like it. It's still got a little bite to it. I gotta have a piece just like that. Look at that. We're gonna add some more stuff to it, but I can't wait. You know me. You know your girl here. She just can't wait on anything. I've got me a lemon here. I gotta take a bite of this first. Man. I'm gonna get my Parmesan cheese out here, and what we're gonna do is we are going to take half of a lemon. You're not gonna use all of it, just a little bit of lemon juice right over the top of it. Oop, the seed came out. This is just going to give it a nice, it's just going to wake it up and make it nice and beautiful. And then we're also going to add, just top it off with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese here. Very simple. just right over the top of it. Not a whole lot because, you know, the cheese is not the star of the show. It's just going to add just another layer of deliciousness to this. Look at that. Very simple. As long as you get one bite of Parmesan cheese with it, you're good. You're good to go. And you know I gotta have another bite. Mmm. Now I get to taste it again. Gotta taste it for y'all. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Mmm. When you roast it in the oven, it gets that little singeing. Oh, I'm about to spit it out on the outside of the, around the edges there, and it makes it absolutely amazing. I love it. And if you get a little bite of that garlic that's in there too. Mmm. You are really going to like this. Trust and believe. I might have this eaten before anybody gets a chance to get to it. Gonna have a sip of my cappuccino. I am going to give me a plate and dig into this. I hope you enjoy this recipe. You know I love you guys so very much. And I will see you on the next recipe episode. Bye. Take care. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another recipe episode of In the Kitchen with Daisy. This is just not working out. Deep breaths. I don't know what's going on right now. Maybe I need another drink of coffee. I've been out in the kitchen too long. Let's try it again.